Yo, it's your girl Pushing P. Y'all know what it is with.
Oh, your Arcanos.
And we are here to speak to.
Hi, Bullies Ray.
And I bully Sarah.
So we're here with them. They've been breeding about how many years now?
I want to say about towards the end of 2010s when we first started. So
Okay.
we're looking at about 13 years.
Okay, and for those who don't know you, do you want to introduce yourself as far as how long you've been breeding, what you breed, and...
Well, I'm Ray, and yeah, we've been breeding for about 13 years. DK Blood, DK, that's me. I'm behind putting it together, and this is my wife, Sarah.
Yeah. So we've been breeding for 13 years, and I'm behind where I basically do everything that has to do with, the reproductive, the whelping, and everything that goes with that.
So basically, you got the hard part.
Yeah. I believe so.
Ray just hangs out is what you're telling us? He just points his finger and...
He does and he doesn't. He does his thing, I do my thing. We try to do the best we can,
What made y'all get into the Frenchies?
Well, we had 2 English Bulldogs, and basically our neighbors had a big party, and following day, the English Bulldogs were gone, so... she was like missing her dogs, and so I suggested we should get some French Bulldogs, and we can possibly keep them in the house. And it was kind of hard to convince her because she was heartbroken about her dogs.
Oh yeah.
And my Bulldogs, but yeah.
But eventually, yeah, she
came around.
Yeah, I did.
She came
I
around.
thought they were cute. I really liked them, so yeah, we ended up. That's where we started.
She wasn't really feeling the ears for a while, but
You don't like the ears?
I didn't. I kind of got used to the bulldog look, the floppy ears, the wrinkles. So when he told me about the Frenchies, I was like, no, they don't look like bulldogs.
Right.
So
Were you initially breeding the EBs?
no,
They were just pets?
we started.
It was actually my brother asked us to get him an English Bulldog for his wife's birthday, and that's when we first were introduced to the Bulldogs, and I liked them. She liked them, and we decided to get ourselves some. But
Yeah.
we weren't really looking into breeding. We were just,
Just
pets, But yeah, eventually the person that we bought the dogs, started talking to us about them. Hey, do you guys want to breed them? And so we decided that we were going to breed them. We had 1 litter. And we got a second one, and that's where the whole thing about the dogs getting stolen. So we decided to get into the French Bulldogs. We've seen them before at Dr. Butchko's, so I like them.
Oh yeah, Dr. Bushko's been around for a while.
Yeah.
I don't even know when the first time I seen a Frenchie was, honestly.
Oh, just
I don't remember
been
either.
that long?
I didn't really just start. I didn't really start seeing them till like a few years back, really, honestly. Like 6, 7 years, 8 years or something like that. That's when I really started seeing them. Other than that, I probably seen them. I just probably ain't never paid attention to them.
Right. That's basically what happened to her. I would see them, I would see that they'd bring them in little travel crates, and I was always like, man, they look nice. I like them. And she was like, no.
I was still stuck on the bulldog thing, but yeah, I personally seen one, and I thought, they just took me over. I liked them, and I told them, you know what? Yeah, let's do it.
So how did it go from buying them to breeding them? Because now the DK Bloodline, it's everywhere now. It's like a household name now.
Yeah, we started doing more research. My daughter introduced me to Facebook, and then I started looking up more Frenchies and really started getting into them. And I did a little collection of Frenchies, decided I was going to start breeding them. But, in reality, it's not that easy. You could get some Frenchies and think that, oh, yeah, you're going to be, the dopest breeder in the world. But honestly, it's not even that easy. You got to do a lot of research before.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, we started breeding them, and then I started, looking at them, not being too proud of them in a way where I'm like, I gotta do something because I want little bully style Frenchies. So I did. We did get some smaller dogs. We got a dog back then. We used to call him Senior Froggy. Some people still remember him. And he was a small little short back, almost like a little dwarf looking. So we decided we're gonna breed this dog to some of the heavier dogs, which,
Right.
are like 30 something pounds, and we bred them, and we noticed the improvement. Then we started breeding like Micro Machine. We actually were the second ones to breed to Micro Machine. And we got a couple dogs that we thought they had the potential to actually complement of what we were doing. And I go back and look at the pictures, and it's kind of like, wow, I used to think they used to be so hard back then, and now it's way different. It's evolutionized to something where we're at now. But back then we were messing with Shark Line, we were messing with Micro Machine, we messed with a little bit of Legie too, Daystar. I picked up a couple dogs actually here in Palmdale that actually is what made our line even better, because the guy's name's Juan, but he wasn't really a big breeder.
Right.
He had some nice dogs, and we went back and picked up more dogs, and we actually gave him we swapped out a dog as well with them, and that helped us a lot. It's been, every time we do something, we try to do it to improve it.
Right.
We focus on improvement. We don't focus on trying to make money. We try to focus on making dogs even better and crazier. And the money, of course, it will follow.
Right.
It comes with the game, but...
We do have someone here asking a question. It is Javier. He said, where do you see the DK bloodline in the next 2 years?
I see it coming back. I'm already working on some projects to bring it back the old school, because when we first brought it out, people weren't ready for it. So we did a lot of research, hunting down our old lines, what it took to make what we made. To bring it back, we want to bring the old school back, but at the same time, we can't help to admire other dogs and mess with that too. So we have like, I want to say 4 projects working at the same time. But one of them is bringing the old school style DK back. So that's where I think the DK blood will be again. It will try to make it again, the whole DK look, bring it back even stronger with a few improvements.
So how that's working for you? Y'all have any trouble trying to find all the old dogs and shit in y'all pedigree?
Well, not necessarily. It's just they're not as pure as they used to be.
Down.
There's new lines in there, so we have to work with it. And there will be some, some that might not work. We might have to scratch that and move forward to the next one where it is clicking, because not everything clicks. Even though that it might have the bloodlines, but there might be a line that might not be actually helping.
What do you do with those? You pet home them? What do you do?
We try to pet home most of them. We pet home a lot of dogs. We try to just try to keep the best ones, and just work with that. And most of them are going pet homes. We try to give a lot of them to people with certain conditions and things like that. We really don't sell it when we actually find the right homes.
Do you feel like inbreeding is causing those conditions?
Well, there's 2 ways of looking at inbreeding and line breeding. Inbreeding is actually brother and sister. Those are the same genes. I don't do that. Line breeding is similar lines to bring a certain look back.
Okay.
So the line breeding, it's a chance you take, because you could double up on the good, but you can also double up on the bad. So expect it. If you're willing to take that chance to make, to clone or make the next hitter, that is something you're going to run into. Yeah, they comes with issue. The Bulldog breed it all come with issues. There's no such thing as
Yeah.
perfect, pure dog, you know?
Right.
Especially in these bully breeds. But how long did it take for y'all to realize like y'all was onto something? Like how long before y'all really found out y'all had something going on?
Shoot, I want to say when we went to the Bully Expo in 2017, we went.
That's 4, right? Bully Expo 4, I want to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went to the show. We did do promoting with DK, getting them out there, videos and stuff like that. But people really never seen them in person. So they were aware of DK. It was something new. Right now, of course, it's nothing new. There's a lot of new
Right.
dogs that are really nice and dope, But back then, it was kind of rare. So when we went to the expo, there was a lot of people showing love where they finally got to see DK in person, and that's when I realized that
Yeah, we were in the right path.
yeah, we were on to something, and we've been working with it since then.
Do you feel like breeding when you first started is different from now? Because now we have so many social media platforms and so many. The Frenchie game is saturated now. So do you feel it's harder to breed now?
No, I don't think it's harder. I do feel that it's saturated, but quality, a certain style, it's not easy to come around. But if you're able to produce it and you can get your hands on it, it's still good because that's a hard thing to get a hold of. So a certain style is hard, and back then it was hard because it wasn't accepted. It was most of the time it was like, oh, poor dog, or because it was a whole different group of people. Now it's accepted. People want that. People like the style, and it's not just my style. It's a lot of styles that are similar that are in the whole micro extreme style. Back then it was not like that. So saturation wise, I do feel it is saturated, but I don't feel that this style of dog is saturated because it's hard to come across,
Okay. How do you feel like now with it, what do you think is going to determine who falls off or who's going to stay? Do you feel like the pandemic had something to do with that in the Frenchie community?
No, I don't.
Because I personally do bully,
I don't think the pandemic or even the market has anything to do with the way the dog game's going with these style of dogs. It might be with pets and stuff like that because it's saturated, or even what is in right now in the color. Now, I have nothing against the color. I respect that.
Look, the main person that tells us to put our phone on vibrate.
Sorry, I got like 40
No.
Oh my God!
I'm not about to play with you. So you said with the colors, you're not into colors.
No, I'm not into colors. I don't breed for color. I respect the color game. It's two different markets of what I'm into and what other people are into. It's all good. It's still breeding, and but what I'm doing or what the people that do this kind of style, it's hard for it to be saturated because it's not easy to make. So. The breeders that are out there making these type of dogs, they know what I'm talking about. It's quality, at least what we think is quality. It'll never die. It's timeless. It's that style is never going to go away because everything's come and went, and this will never go.
Okay.
All right. So speaking on, you said it ain't easy to make. So how long did it really take for you to start developing your own bloodline?
How long did it take? Well, I want to say I started working on it almost 13 years ago. Yeah, most of my dogs are, at least the ones like DK, Hot Sauce, Sheriff. There's a lot of other dogs out there that I put out there. My name's on them, on the pedigree, so it's kind of like anything that was DK, anything from DK and on, even a few before him were already with my name. So, I was working on it since back then. I really didn't think I was going to make my own bloodline, but when I kind of felt it, I started putting my name on it, putting my stamp on it. That's what I'm doing, and that's what I've done. So, there's dogs out there that are anything with DK blood or whatever, look at the pedigree, and I should be on there.
Shit. Every time I scroll down my Instagram, I see someone with some DK or something in it. You feel me though? Honestly, just today I seen at least 20 people posting some shit with some DK blood in the different camps and shit too. So
Yeah. There's there's a lot of dogs out there that people think that because it doesn't have DK on it, that there's not DK on it. There's actually, in the making, was a lot of different mixes I did. So in DK's pedigree, if you look at it, they're in a lot of my other dogs, but in different orders. But it's the same bloodline that I was trying to work with, trying to get it out. And DK's actually one that really, brought it out where people really started noticing it. So a lot of these females that are out there, even dogs, they got the blood. It's just they're not DK, but they have the similar lines.
Right.
Yeah, and my name should be on that too. Yeah.
Is there any dogs out there right now that you do like? Any breeders that you keep track of that?
Well, that's a hard question. It would be kind of unfair for me to answer that because there's so many breeders out there that I like what they're doing, and I don't want to forget any of them because that's not,
you start controversies.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there, and they know who they know who they are. They know that I show them love. I admire their dogs. I'm not full of just DK. There's other dogs that I do like. There's a lot of different camps that they're bringing a lot to the table, and it keeps me on my toes. Where I'm kind of like, ooh, they're doing some hard stuff too, and it just motivates me to keep going forward. I did slow down for a little while, but since I want to say maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years, I want to say, I started noticing a lot of different dogs that I'm like, wow, I need to keep going forward. I need to try new stuff, take risks, and see where this turns out. Not everything works. Not everything clicks. You can have some of the dopest lines, and you line them up, doesn't mean that's gonna work. At least not on the first one. On the first one, I usually like to call them the hybrids. But you can always follow it up with either side and see how that turns out. That's when the better looking dogs come out.
Now, Florian and I got a chance to get together with you at the dog show on Saturday. How did you like that? How was it stepping into the dog shows again?
Well, first of all, the facility where they did the dog show, that's how they should all be. The air conditioner, everything.
That outside shit, dogs finna pass out and die and shit.
Yeah, there was no swamp coolers. It was all good. The setup was good. The air conditions were good. Everything was clean. Security, everything was perfect. I liked it. I met up with a lot of people, and people that I know, that I talk to, and I admire their dogs. I had the chance to friendly stack offs, and
Yeah, I did see you got to get together with Mi Familia.
oh yeah, Chewy, yeah, shout out to Chewy. Yeah, he has a dope ass Tubbs. I like that dog a lot.
See, so there is a dog you like.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, and that's not the only one. I mean, there's a lot of dogs out there that I think are hard. They're doing their thing, and DK back then, there's a lot of new lines that they got hitters that are just as popular as DK. Yeah.
All right, so what would you say your top stud in your yard is right now?
Wow.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, they all produce something that I like.
They're all nice. They're good producers.
Who has produced the best? I suppose it would be DK.
Okay.
Yeah. Hot Sauce has produced good too. Ewoks produced some real hard females too, and I haven't used them that much, but what he has produced for me, it's some dope ass.
Hidden for you.
Yeah. I don't have a male off of them. I just have females.
We had spoke on the phone, and you was telling me how your wife, got the eye for, the keepers and all this shit. So.
Oh yeah. When DK was born, we had a, I want to say 5 pups to the litter, and I was thinking that it was going to be another dog that was going to be the keeper, and actually we were gonna sell DK to Gold Blood Kennels, and I can't remember exactly what happened, but we ended up keeping DK, and she was from the get go telling me,
Yeah,
hey,
I told them there's something special with this dog. I know he's gonna be, nice. I just loved his whole structure, how he looked and everything. He was going with another stud, with another male.
another pup from the litter.
Yeah, and I kind of I said, you know what, this is gonna be the one. And he's all like, well, I think I'm gonna sell him today or something like that. And I told him, you know what, just hold on, please, just hold on, don't sell him yet. And he listened to me, so he's all like, you know what, thank God I listened to you, or else DK would have been out there somewhere.
So does it make it easier for you guys that both of you are into the dogs?
Well, yeah, we both have, different
yeah.
ideas, different opinions, we kind of help each other. I help him with some things, he helps me with some things. We're a good team, I believe.
I don't think we would have lasted this long if it wasn't me and her together.
For the dogs?
Yeah, yeah, because you being solo in a breeding home where you're just the man's doing it. There's a lot of things that needs a woman touch.
Yeah, well, I'm doing all the woman work, so I'm cleaning shit up too. So
And don't get me wrong, I think I should too.
that's no. So it's you that does it. See, I feel your pain. I was complaining about the other day.
He helps when he's not on the phone.
Oh, so you're on the phone. So you got to get him the little AirPods so that he can do both at the same time.
Even though he
No,
has
it ain't
his
working.
No. Even though he has his AirPods, he won't get up.
Well, it's because usually when we're talking to people, we're going back and forth on the Instagram on what pictures or breedings or whatever. So, or they.
Oh, so you're physically touching your phone.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Networking.
networking.
Oh,
yeah, I do all the talking with people, and they ask me what's going on, or what do I have new, or they ask me who's that off of, and then I have to go back and forth and we'll be shooting pictures. So, I like talking to people. I can last on the phone for about maybe 2-3 hours, and it seems like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
to me.
especially when you're talking dogs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I got a buddy over in Hawaii that, man, I go forever. I think we went on the phone like around 10 o'clock. We didn't get off the phone until 6.
Oh yeah, those were some good conversations.
Two different
That's
time zones,
dedication.
too, you feel me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We both have a little bit of insomnia, so we sit there and we chop it up, and we talk a lot. What's up, Ross? Yeah.
Shouts out to Ross. That's dedication, being on the phone that long.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, what is that he wrote? That's good though that you guys get together and can do it together. How did you like the show? Because I know it's new to you too. Did you like going to dog shows?
No, I liked it. I like being out there, showing the dogs, everybody, coming up to us, telling us, asking us, who's that? Because that was the first time we took Kronos, and, a lot of people took the liking to him. They thought he was really cute.
Speaking of Kronos, can we see him on camera real quick?
He's over there chilling.
Check him out.
All right, Kronos. That's Kronos.
The side shot of him.
Open for stud.
By the way, this is King Row, Freddie. He's part of the team now.
Okay. And then we also have someone else who is actually the person that reached out to me for you.
Yes, that
Said
is Marcus. Come say what's up, Marcus. Active Frenchies.
So.
Yeah, he's. They're helping us do more promotion, more marketing. They came up with the plan.
It's that right there.
Yeah. What is that? Do you want to put the mic to us?
Yeah, show it to him, Marcus. Here you go. Ready? Let me get it.
So what are we looking at here? What you guys got going on?
Pretty. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Tom. So this is what's coming soon.
DK certifications are coming soon.
Okay.
It's pretty much to pick the like elite dogs. Just because there's some watered down dogs. Not only with DK, not only
a lot
with
of watered down shit.
yeah, not only with DK, Grinchies, XBs. It's like they say like 14 times stuff like that. They don't look XB anymore. So pretty much it's kind of to keep value up of the bloodline. Keep value up of the bloodline.
I got you.
Yes, I was gonna ask you. So what's the criteria like to get them certified?
So the criteria, it's got to have the DK features. It's got to have the minimum stud fee to raise standards. DK and the pedigree. What else? What else did we come up with? It's in the works right now.
Okay.
It's in the works right
So
now.
is this coming with
Still-
the puppies? You guys are
So-
the purchase, or you're just handing them out to
No. So they got to qualify. They got to meet the criteria.
Anthony?
They got to meet the criteria, the standards, the DK, the features. DK's got to be in the pedigree. We got to personally look at the dogs.
Yeah, yours?
That is Mike, Bully Campline. Shouts
So
out.
it's not just gonna be any dog. We gotta look at it personally. It's gotta have the features. It's gotta have the qualifications to raise standards.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are y'all gonna set up a website, or how do they get in contact with y'all to try to get their dogs
So
certified?
the way right now it's in the works through IG. You get in contact with us through IG.
Do you want to let them know where they can get in contact with you at, for those who don't know your app?
You can get in contact with Ray at IEBULLIEZ_Ray. Get in contact with me at Kings_Row_Bullies or Active Frenchies. For qualifications, for questions, what are the qualifications to
get one of
qualify
these?
for a certificate?
This is nice too. It comes
Yeah.
with the folder.
Yeah, but
Yes.
but that's not the folder. That's
Yeah, I turned it back. I peeped it. It's okay. I got you.
It's a prototype. Prototype.
It's in the works. It's coming soon. But pretty much, it's gonna kind of weed out a lot of the dogs that have been undervalued.
Okay.
Undervalued dogs, pretty much like the ones that have low stud fees. Undervaluing by doing like stud giveaways, holiday specials, things like that, raffles and things like that. A lot of the blood is being undervalued. They got to meet a certain criteria where this to get the certificate. We're gonna assure you to be part of a family that's gonna be valued at where
It's okay. I got you. So what you're saying is basically when they're purchasing this, and when they
Yeah.
purchase this, they're becoming, they got access to you guys and the help to continue the DK blood.
Well, yeah, anyone that's certified, it's just not only gonna be us. It's anybody that has a DK dog that has the luck, pretty much. It's just it's well, like you guys invest into a program. You guys think it's gonna go good, or the bloodline, and it kind of goes downhill.
Do you feel like it's a mentorship in a sense?
No, because there's gonna be some breeders that been breeding for a long time, just that they have nice DK dogs that just they're not certified, but they will get certified. So not a mentorship, because there's probably breeders that know more than us.
Basically, just letting you know the value of your dog. You feel me though? Don't devalue it. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty much to take care of that. It's like how I said, you guys invest, hard-earned work money. It's kind of like if you invest into a bad kennel, it messes it all up. It's kind of your investment goes down.
So is it gonna be like the Grinch shit where you can only breed a certain time, then he close to the public type shit, or how's that gonna work?
They're only gonna have 12 slots per stud, 12 slots, and then after that they're done, unless there's a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, the certificates are not just going to be sold. The certificates are not going to be just because you want to buy it, you're going to get it. You actually have to qualify for it. If you qualify on what we require, then it'll be reviewed, and then we'll see if you're certified. You can't just throw the money
So
in.
basically, it's steps. You just can't buy your way into it. Basically,
No, you can't just buy
I like
the
that.
certificate. Yeah, it has to qualify. If it qualifies, then it gets certified. It's not because of the money. We're not doing it for the money. It's not you give us your money and you're going to get certified. No, that's not the way it's going to work. You actually has to have the characteristics. It has to have the bloodline in there. It has to be something that you can say that it's similar to DK, and it has what it takes. Then it can be certified. But then, of course, there's going to be requirements. If you can follow the requirements and you accept them, then you can get certified. But other than that, it's not. You can't just buy it.
now that's respectable.
How did this come about? Who came up with this idea? How did these two came up with this idea? Late night, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. phone calls?
Yeah,
Check that out.
Yeah, of course.
yeah, pretty much like that. Like it was just an idea for us. Well, both of us before we met Ray. But Ray has the foundation to do it. You guys seen it. If you guys see his dogs, they're crazy looking dogs, So he actually has the foundation. It would have took us like 5-10 years for us to
How
actually.
did the friendship come about? How did you guys meet, Ray?
Pretty.
Oh, he's smiling hard. He got a story to tell us. I'm like, here you go.
Well, pretty much it kind of started with me. I had to revamp my camp, bro. I didn't know anything about the Frenchie game. Didn't know anything about the Frenchie game. Bought a Merle, and pretty much started going to shows. Man, it was a giraffe. The show's kind of
At least you're honest with
Yeah,
yourself.
no,
There's a lot of people out here that
Yeah, it was a giraffe, and I was like, damn, you see all these nice ass dogs? I'm just like, I had to revamp, Started checking out bloodlines, stuff like that, and I knew a person who had a DK dog. I liked it, so I started hashtag DK. Man, you guys see Ewok, Hot Sauce, all those dogs, freaky. I like that freaky stuff, So we were looking for a DK dog for me. I ended up buying one. Got her over from Colorado, and at that time, I didn't really.
Was it another giraffe?
No, no,
I'm like, don't tell me it was another one.
No. She's small. She's smaller. It's Perks from my camp.
Oh yeah, that's actually who you said you liked. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Perks from my camp, and pretty much I was gonna go another route. It's just my budget, Well, a family of 4. I work a normal job. I'm not a baller yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was gonna go a different route. Speaking to some breeders. Pretty much it was Cove. You guys have Cove right here. Cove's like, nah, you gotta do a breeding you want to do, So I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna ask Ray for a pup back. But at Ray's level, they don't do pup backs, they don't do pup backs.
Especially from a dude you ain't really know.
Exactly. So they don't do pup backs. So I was like, hey Ray, well, good morning, Ray. Would you mind doing a pup back? I'll show you my female. He's kind of hesitant, but seen her pedigree. He's like, all right, I'll do it. So from there, little conversations, and then I pitched them the certificates because I felt like it needed it, like to protect the bloodline, because you could go to you could go to DK dogs, like DK other studs, and they're for the low, so they're not, they're not kind of paying to play, so it kind of sucks for the people that are actually investing,
Right.
So I pitched on certificates, and he ended up liking it. So from there, just ended up talking about more ideas. So there's more to come, actually.
Right. Well, yeah, of course. It's just the beginning. And you guys, I know, are helping him with his networking because he did say he was mainly on Facebook for a while. So you guys are helping him expand, right?
Yeah. He had an Instagram, stuff like that. But he has badass dogs. They need to be shown, and it's a new era with like the videos with rap songs, all this stuff to kind of it's like bait,
Yeah.
Hey, and those dogs need to be out there,
So with that being said, are we popping out more shows or what?
Yeah, we should be. We should be.
Speaking of videography and photographies, how do you guys feel about Photoshop?
she back there shaking her head.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, people do it, but I don't believe in it. I don't like doing Photoshop, and I've never done a professional picture either. Everything that I have, everything that I've done it myself. You know, and for the record, I did have Instagram. It wasn't always Facebook.
Yeah, okay. He knew a little something.
Yeah, I transitioned over. My page got deleted and got it moved.
Oh, you did tell me that.
Yeah.
You were at a certain, the numbers.
I had like close to 25K, and it got deactivated, you know, when they cracked down on a lot of people. So I did try to get my page back, no success. So I started all over again. Well, not necessarily all over, but, you know, it's a lot of my followers, I guess, they're probably not breeding anymore, or, you know, they can't find me or whatever. But it's slowly going back up to where, you know, it's sticking.
Everybody make sure y'all give them a follow.
Yes, yes.
_Ray. But yeah, what were you saying? Oh yeah, about the pedigree. Yeah, the pedigree was crazy. I was actually looking for the old lines that I used to have, and I was in search for it. And when he hit me up, I was like, you know, well, send me the pedigree, and sending the pedigree is like, oh, this is what I was looking for. Actually, one of my compas is the one that produced the female. I actually sold him Donkey Kong's little mate sister, and I sold him Jasper, which were, well, Jasper was a foundation of my program, and, you know, DK's little mate sister. So what happened is that, and that's Rancho Trujillo. He's actually from right here, and that's far from here. And so when he hit me up, I'm all like, "Where'd you get it?" In Colorado, and I'm like, "Colorado, all the way back." So I was like,
You backtracked when he was literally right a few miles from you.
Yeah. So we did the breeding, and we bred Glizzy, and he has a good litter off of that. Good litter. It has that consistent look. Yeah, short legs, the wrinkles already, the whole look. It looks really good.
So now that you've built that friendship with Ray, do you feel that you know a little bit better more? Because you said you didn't know anything.
Yeah. He pretty much my mentor. You know, he teaches me and stuff like that, stuff I didn't know. So yeah, it's getting better. And my pups, I think they look nice.
He's
What you doing with them? Yeah, how many keepers you got out your litter?
Well, I did a pup back, so he's taking one.
He's taking his pup. He's like, I had.
So I have two males, and I'll probably end up keeping them both. I'll probably,
Studying them out.
Yeah, if they're certified. I mean, if we're just because we're boys, doesn't mean I'm gonna get certified,
Yeah.
So if they're not certified, well, maybe I gotta sell them,
Yeah, they might be little jobs.
To get the dog that's certified,
It's not going to be just me certifying. It's going to be a humanity.
Yeah. It's the other one.
Unanimous decision.
Between all three of us. That includes my dogs.
So is it like a
I
point
like
system
that
that you
too.
guys are looking at? Sorry.
Are you good?
What's that?
Is it a point system that you guys are looking at?
Yeah, we just feel a little nervous right now, but we have a whole list of what the requirements are.
It's awkward looking at yourself in the camera. Yeah.
We have it's like 10 requirements, and if everything meets up, then they get certified. And of course, that's the same for me. I'm not going to get a project that I'm working on, and it has, let's say, a third of a DK in there, and it has two-thirds of a different line, and it doesn't look like mine, then pretty much they're going to vote no, and I don't get certified.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that though. Y'all ain't show favoritism, so shit.
Yeah.
It has to be strict to work. If it's not strict, people are just gonna be like, oh, fuck that, It has to be strict. It's just gonna bring up the values, so it has to be strict, Even though they're our boys, we talk about that. We're gonna get in some awkward positions, Like, hey, can you certify me? Stuff like that.
Be a lot of
And one of them drunk nights, huh? Just sign this paper right here.
They're just gonna be like, it's not up to us, it's up to Ray.
Right.
Throw it back to Ray.
That's Ray.
We go in a circle.
Right. So you said you just had a litter. Are you whelping do you feel like you have to whelp your own litters in order to be a breeder?
I don't know. People have different opinions on that.
I'm asking yours.
My opinion. I mean, I don't think so. But I'm barely starting off, so I don't know if people would consider me as a breeder yet. It's just barely my first production, you know. So I'm barely starting out. But actually, Ray's wife Sarah's whelping my litter.
Okay.
You know, so very much a good whelper right there. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, you can't get any better than the wife.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I couldn't answer that question yet. You know.
Yeah. Do you want to learn to whelp, or are you gonna let?
I think you got to at least do it one time to see how it is. Have the feel for it.
Right.
You
Right.
know? And
Have you personally whelped yet?
I'm actually whelping right now.
You are.
I got somebody watching, taking care of right now.
Got it.
But-
No, they're just not
know?
fending for themselves right now.
Yeah,
You're running
exactly.
amok.
But I feel like you need to do it one time so you can have the feel for it.
Right.
You know?
How are you
And
dealing with it? How many times have you whelped?
This is my first. It's my first whelping.
How is it?
Whelping ain't for the weak though, for sure.
It's not too bad. It's just getting up, just waking up.
Yeah.
Times, you know, your sleep patterns are kind of
Off.
they get thrown off, and it's like, you know, you gotta set your alarms and stuff like that. Okay, check on the puppy every so often. You know, if you get a break, hey, have somebody watch the puppy
Right,
just
right.
in case of anything. But it's not too bad. It's just the sleeping patterns. You become kind of like a zombie
Yeah.
at a certain point. I would say you gotta at least do it one time.
Okay.
You know.
Did your whole litter surviving so far? Or?
Yeah. Oh, she gave me a singleton, so it's not really too bad. It's just one puppy that I gotta look out for. She's doing good. She's 2.5 weeks old right now. Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on top of it.
You seem confident.
Yeah.
He's like.
Once you get past that 2 week, you're like, all right,
Yeah.
You know, until you get a little bit more breaks in between. You know, she starts eating a little bit. You know, not every 2 hours, you know, every 3-4 hours now. So it's. I was feeling confident going into it. You know, I'll prepare myself because I mean, whoppers out there. You know, you gotta have.
I'm controlling. I can't just hand over my
know.
litter.
Yeah, that too,
and it's expensive right now. Some
Fun,
motherfuckers
too.
charging 800, 1,000, 900,
1,000.
and that's a week.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what? I think I could take on it. You know, so I set myself up with it. You know.
Did you do it yourself, or was there wifey involved?
No, there's no. It's just myself, you know.
So you did do it
I
yourself.
started doing some research on what I needed, what medications just to have in stock, you know, and just in case of anything. And it's been going well. It's been going on.
That's good.
You know, probably the next one I'll probably do it too. It's if I have some vacation time from work.
Right.
I had to take some time off.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough handling, you know, work and then the dogs too.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah.
Okay. Now, were you guys always only doing Frenchies? I know you said yes, but have you bred anything else?
No, I just started off with Frenchies.
Okay.
I started like about 2 years ago.
Okay. Are you guys looking to venture off, or are you gonna stay with the Frenchies?
For now, the Frenchies. You know, them bullies are looking crazy too. You know, possibly, but we'll see. Right now, we're sticking to what we're doing right now, and you know, just trying to move up with it. You know, so yeah.
That's good.
I'm currently in the process of trying to convert strictly to Frenchies too. You feel me? They can have these bullies and all that other bullshit.
Hey, calm down. I love my bullies.
What bloodlines you looking into?
Shit, really, I'm fucking with. I got some Valor shit, some Grin shit, but I got a whole lot of Hungarian shit though. Really, you feel me?
Okay.
So I'm just trying to
Yeah.
incorporate that shit. I'm really
Yeah.
trying to just figure it out right now. So I'm just
Yeah.
You feel me?
I feel you. Yeah.
Once I figure it out, I'm gonna go full fledged with it though.
Yeah, man.
And the cleanup's probably easier, huh?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he has a lot going on over
I
there.
got like 40 dogs.
40 dogs.
Not like my house though, but yeah.
Yeah, it's once you start getting a few dogs in the household, it's kind of starts getting a little.
It's like a tattoo. You get one, and then it's like you're looking
Yeah,
for the
that
next
too.
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like a
that too.
tattoo. You're like, I bought one, and then you start looking around like, I want another.
You start bringing them in, it's like, oh man, like it's some more work right here. You know?
You ain't even got a life at some point. You like,
Yeah.
all I do is dog shit all day. You feel me?
Yeah. You
Go
come home
vacation,
from
you
work.
can't really enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
You feel me though?
I don't know about you guys, but last night I had a dream, and it was about dogs, and I woke up this morning. I was like, dang, I can't even escape them in my dreams.
Yeah, it happens. You know, dog. You breathe dogs all day. You know, just that's all you're doing. And
dream, not a nightmare.
Yeah. Now for the upcoming, since you guys are pretty new in the game, what advice would you give somebody that's coming up in the game or that wants to get into the Frenchie game?
I would say do your homework on the Bloodlines. Do your homework on the Bloodlines. Don't just rush into it. Be patient with it. Don't just rush into just anything. Do your homework on every line, and see what they like. See what you like, and then just start doing your research on that line. There's a certain look for every line, and just start doing your homework. And if you're really interested in it, start asking questions about the bloodlines. Start looking into pedigrees, where these dogs come from, and things like that. And then if you're really interested, you're ready to invest, just invest into somebody that's holding value to their dogs.
Not none of those people that's gonna tell you, oh, buy this Isabella fluffy carrier and you're gonna make 100,000 on your first litter type shit.
Yeah.
The dream sellers.
I like to call them the pandemic breeders, but yeah, they dream sellers.
Yeah, that and promotion. Once they get that dog, promotion is key.
Yeah, for sure. You can have the best dog in the world, but if you ain't promoting him, advertising him and shit, right, he ain't gonna be nothing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
They become hidden gems.
Yeah.
Hidden gems.
Yeah, that's true. You do have to have networking. It's a lot that goes into it, you know?
It's not just buying a dog and just having it at home. You got to put them out there. You got to hit the shows. You got to hit it hard.
What was that?
You got to you got to hit the shows hard.
Okay,
Not you gonna have an expensive ass pet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, who do you feel throws the best shows? Have you guys been out to the East Coast yet, or are you specifically just out here?
We just been out here
Okay.
right now.
Is there any shows you do see that you'd like to attend?
A lot of, Texas throws some good shows. Florida throws some good shows. That's something, we're looking into. Our funds are a little short right now, we haven't really, we've just been putting the money into our dogs.
Building your program
exactly.
up.
Yeah. And then, once we have something.
That shows that you're doing something right, though, because it does take a lot that's what a lot of people don't speak about, the L's we take, and so it does take a lot.
Yeah, it does. Not everything goes as planned all the time. And some people just, if it doesn't go as planned, some people, give up. They don't move forward from that out. They just, just throw everything away. It's how you move on from that out. You got to push harder.
Right.
You know what? It's behind me. Hey, move on.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, because this dog game will really make you or break you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty stressful. Money roll. Like, we gotta run the reverse. We gotta run the PG, whelping, C-sections.
And then with these kind of dogs that we got, you gotta make sure y'all got money for them vets, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, them vet bills will get you.
It gets pretty expensive, and investing into, I had a female, I invested into her, I bred her twice. She didn't take, she had an infection, and I was like, okay, I was treating her and everything, trying to take care of her, trying to clear up whatever was wrong with her, and she ended up passing on me. I was like, man, okay, I put in a lot of work with her. And like, and then she ended up, passing on me. Like, man, that's a big L right there. I was sad that day.
But I ain't gonna. I feel like you gotta go through shit like that to see if you really equipped for this shit.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of, I didn't want to. It didn't make me feel that way. But I wanted to just quit, throw everything away. I was like, you know what? Things happen. Just move forward. What's next?
Right.
Yeah, and one thing led to another, and we met up with Ray.
So how did you meet Ray?
Through Marcus.
Okay.
Me and Marcus, we started. When did we meet? Like about a year ago, huh?
Yeah, you had meet and greets.
So I had meet and greets, and so it was. So I wanted to get my name out there, and I would go to like these farmers markets. I didn't have no money to throw shows, so I would go to farmers markets, to like little
markets where they sell food and things like that, family events and stuff like that. And I would just go by myself and kind of check out the vibe. Okay, there's a few dogs here. You know what? Let me just set up a meet and greet, on this date, and it spread. I would tag people and it spread, and yeah, we had quite a few people.
Turnout.
Yeah, some good turnouts, and I met Marcus at one of them, and he pretty much, and we just started from there. He would go to shows, and I would have my canopy, I would have my setup. I'm like, hey, come kick it, and stuff, and stuff like that. And he would always, Marcus is he's hungry. He's always asking questions,
Pues dale de comer.
And at first, I was like, I don't really know this guy. He's asking me all these questions. I'm like, I'll just give him short answers.
Right.
Short answers. I'm not gonna tell you everything that I know. No,
He gave the face like he told it all.
He did give me short answers. I remember that.
yeah, and it ended up, we started hanging out more. He started, started telling me, hey man, the next show, I'll pitch in half with you at the show, for a booth. I said, okay, all right. We started chopping it up more, started becoming closer, trusting each other, and then we're just pretty much, we pump each other up, and we tell each other what works, have ideas and things like that. So when he did his breedings, he did his breeding with Ray. He introduced me to Ray. And we had the ideas that we had. Hey man, later on we'll probably come. Do certifications. Make it big out there. Produce our own bloodline. And so all these ideas that we had, and most of them were his, most of them were mine, and
I'm not gonna lie, Ray's up there looking at you guys like a proud dad.
and he pitched into Ray, and Ray's like, all right, yeah, let's do it. I like it. And Marcus was telling Ray like, oh, some of these ideas, my boy, has some input as well. And he went, well, I like to meet him. I said. And Mark was like, hey, let's come. What was it? I think that night we were going to show him the certificates. Yeah. So we went out to meet Ray, and we were just chopping it up, and we were just shooting the ideas, all of our ideas together. What how we can improve things, and just pretty much right there. Clicked. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Couldn't take all the credit, He gave me the ideas. I would go tell him to Ray, but I felt bad, taking all the credit.
Real
My
nigga
boy,
shit.
I had to bring him up with me,
Right. That's good. That's how it usually goes. It trickles down. You introduce somebody, and it just keeps going from there on.
Yeah.
We actually met when we did the breeding.
Yeah. We met that first day.
The first day when we inseminated her, inseminated the dog. First day. Yeah, my bad.
Do y'all do the AIs and all that yourselves?
Yeah, she handled everything. Yeah.
I do everything.
You do the AIs also?
Yeah.
I do the collection. I do the collections. I do the AIs. Checking on the semen if it's needed, depending on the dog. You know what I mean? So yeah, basically I do that kind of stuff. The progestins, reverse progestins, ultrasound.
Everything they got to do with the reproduction.
Everything that has to do with the reproduction, plus whelping.
So what made you get into that? Like, how did that start off?
Well, we did a lot of
Cutting corners.
yeah. We
herself.
we used to use the equine. We used to go to the equine clinic to do our progestins, and we found ourselves doing a lot of them.
And start adding up.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
gosh, like $60 a pop. And then our females sometimes were irregular. They wouldn't go up, they wouldn't go down, they would just stay there. So we found ourselves just going every other day. And yeah.
And you taught yourself to do it all, or did you?
Well, I remember there was this one lady. Her name was
Lorraine.
Lorraine.
Rare
sh-
Bulldogs.
She was
I think she might still breed.
yeah, she was a bulldog breeder. And I remember she got into the Frenchies, and she actually wanted she did a stud service, right? She
Yeah,
wanted a stud
she
service.
picked up a chocolate dog from it was up north. I want to say he worked with Wild Magic back then, and his name was Roberto. And we picked up that dog because she wanted because she was doing color. Yeah, she was all into color.
Right.
And so Rare Bulldogs inquired about using the boy, and that's how we met them. When it came time to do the stud service, that's when she met Rain.
Oh, it was Leanne.
Leanne.
I mean, it sounded the same.
It was years ago.
I hope
It sounded good.
I hope she's not seeing this.
I know. So yeah, so
Just don't send it her way.
we did a breeding at the Walmart parking lot. And he's like, you know what? You should see what she does and how she does it. Maybe you could do it, you know? So, I was looking at what she was doing, how she did it, how she collected the dogs, because I knew he wasn't going to collect the dogs. So it's like, yeah, look at what she's doing so you could do it. And, and I was asking her, pointers and, how do you do this? How do you do that? And she basically just, taught me everything I needed to know. And from there, I
ran with it.
I started doing my own thing. And, that we had hit and misses, but,
What's your favorite thing to do, and what's your least favorite thing to do?
my favorite thing to do, well, there's so many things that I have to do. I don't know which one's my favorite.
What's?
Take the puppies out of the whelping room.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I love the puppies. I'm at that stage right now where you get to play with them and they're
When you dealing
interacting.
with them so much, you get tired of them. You like, what?
You kind of look at the little...
Well, it's still the little girl in us. It's they're men, but yeah, me, I'm like playing with them.
Your mother
and-
instinct.
yeah,
It
It kicks in.
and it's like you can't help it.
I get to see him because I don't really go into the whelping room. She don't want me in there.
he's not allowed in the whelping room.
No, so when she brings them out to me,
Oh, when she lets you see the puppies.
well, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want
When
him
she
going
brings
in
them out, I'm
there.
able to see them on top of the crate and see them moving around. And there's some that do their own stacking at 6 weeks, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
okay, this one's promising. Yeah, you can see the difference. She has the eye, but I've learned off of her where I don't. like to-
She's giggling. She's letting you take that one.
No, he does. He does. We could both see the potential in a puppy, and you could see it like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. If it stacks on its own and you can see the little muscles coming out, that's
At 6 weeks is when I can see it.
Have you ever had a puppy from day one that you knew, like,
No,
that's it?
no,
What's the age limit? What do you feel like? When do you know a puppy is promising? When should you keep it? Because a lot of people say 4 to
Promising-
6 months. Honestly,
Promising is at 6 weeks, and to confirm it is 12
12
weeks.
weeks.
okay.
That's
What's the
when,
longest you ever kept a puppy, or he's just like,
Well, I keep a lot of the promising ones all the way up to 6 months, and I know if they make the cut or not by then. And if they don't make the cut, then I pet home them. It's just the males. Females, I'm cool with, putting them up if, I have too many of them. Every breeding there's a purpose for it. We don't breed just to breed, like, okay, they came into heat and, close our eyes and just pick a dog. There's you got to line them up right, and
Right.
there's a purpose for the breeding, something that I feel that we're lacking, or something I'm trying to bring out, or a purpose. You know what I mean? It's not just to breed and think, oh, we're gonna make money. No, it's not. We don't do that. Everything has a purpose, and if female that we have that we think that it will do good with something that is not in our yard, I'm not ashamed to say it. I'll inquire. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean that I want to be that person. It just means that I feel that that dog can complement what I'm doing. And you know, most of the time, what I do, I breed out and then breed back in because I'm trying to keep that DK style.
Right, right.
You know, I like a lot of styles, a lot of different dogs that are out there, but I like them the way that they come out with me, and that's just my personal preference. There's no right or wrong which style is whatever. You know, everybody has their own opinion, their own preferences, which way they want to go.
Right.
But a lot of them do like the micro extreme. That's what, well, at least the crowd that I know, that's what they like. You know, they're just a little different, but it's basic idea. Yeah.
So how far along do you start planning breedings? Like, say if you got a female, how far along do you start planning their breeding?
Well, I guess it's not really planning. It's more what you feel that you can do the best with, you know, because they can be two small dogs, and you know, they can be micro extreme, but it doesn't mean I'm going to take that route. You know, it's, you got to line them up where you think is the best and where you're going to take out the best and something that's really going to help you maybe move forward to another level, because today dogs are not lasting that long. You know, you can be hot for about a year or two, and then here comes somebody else with something new that is dope, you know, and it just keeps you going, where you got to know that when you have a top dog, it's a roller coaster. You might be up, but you know you're going to have to come down. Eventually someone's going to come with something else, and you got to be ready. If you're not prepared to bust something out to try to top that off, then they're going to shine for a while until somebody else comes. So everybody's working to consistently have that top dog. And you know, nowadays a lot of people do it for a purpose, and everybody's doing you know, to be number one, you got to do a lot of research, and you got to do a lot of projects. It doesn't mean that everything's going to work, you know, but once you do have that top dog that's taking that, you know, because there's going to be a new one coming in, and you know, your 2 years are up. That dog's going to shine for a while.
Right.
And it happens all the time. Everybody knows that. They know that, you know, nothing lasts forever.
Say that.
How long should do you feel the dog should be studded out for?
How long? Well, after talking to my partners over here, my mind's changed a little bit, and seeing how other people are doing their thing, it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me now that you know, there should be a limit, and pretty much once they reach that limit, it should just be like special openings for the boy, you know, for
Right.
the dog.
So you don't overwork the dog.
Yeah. Now I do feel that the dog that you do have, you're entitled to use them as much as you want in your own kennel. You know, so whatever it is that you decide you want to do, it's your dog. You do whatever you want with it
Right.
in your kennel. But to keep it fair with everybody else, at least people that are investing into you, you know, you got to keep it to a certain limit. And you know, I really didn't put that much thought into it, because from what I've heard, you know, people don't really care about the certification. They're like, oh, I'm not going to pay that. I'm not going to do this, you know, because, oh, it's on pedigree. But it makes sense the way that they explained it to me, where it keeps it fair with everybody else in their investment at, you know, where they invest into you. You know, you can keep the value of your dogs at a certain level. And being certified and not being just sold, I feel like, you know, it gives people opportunity where they know that the person or the people that are in charge that certify are picky, and they're, you know, so the dog does qualify to be kind of like unique for those breedings that
Right,
they're trying to do. But you know, sometimes, you know, people don't have the funds for it. You know, it is what it is. I mean, you know, sometimes this game's not for everybody.
Right. Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you. And is there anything else that you'd like to let anyone know? Maybe, I know I asked them, but is there any advice that you'd like to give anyone for the up-and-coming breeders?
For new breeders? Well, basically, yeah, do your research on the lines before you get into it. And whatever lines you do want to pick, make sure they're not way in the back of the pedigree, because once they're already in the back of the pedigree, there's really nothing left.
Right.
You gotta keep it a little bit closer, a little bit closer, somewhere in the third generation, second generation, something past the fourth generation that's already fell off.
Right.
There's nothing there, so don't fall into that. Don't fall into the Photoshop. It's Photoshop comes and goes every 2 years, and it comes back hard every time because technology is better and better.
Right.
You got to go see the dogs personally to actually invest into one, because over Instagram a lot of things look good.
Ooh, speaking of Instagram, let them know one time more where they can find you at.
It's you can find me at IEBULLIEZ_Ray, and give me a follow, and I appreciate that.
And of course, it was Active Frenchies.
Yeah, you guys can follow me at Active Frenchies.
You guys can follow me at Kings_Row_Bullies.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys tuning in and allowing us to, interview you guys. Thank you, 4Yard, for being my co-host.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. And y'all know what it is. It's Pushing P with the Exotic Network.
Stop it up.